Hey, storytelling around. I want to do this quick video. This is kind of interesting. This is like in the afternoon. I don't usually do videos right now, but I'm kind of like, whoa. Okay. You guys, in my dark ages, you too, you guys can't watch this video. Psst, go away. You can't watch this. Ciro and Stanislav? No. Because I'm revealing this, but I'm also teaching any Christian RPG GMers out there a situation. So, players, you can't watch this. You'll learn soon enough in the game, so go away. Don't watch this. I'm gonna reveal too much here. Okay, I'm really having a lot of fun with this. But anyway, so here is the Dark Ages. They and I'm doing this map, and they're helping me build out this world. They're in Ravio, or they went to Ravio. They came from Milan, went up to Ravio, and that's kind of like the starting point. And they took a boat across to Malay, and they're supposed to Christianize this area. And there used to be a monastery down here, and they're not there anymore. And they explored, moving her over there. These guys are dead. Okay, man, he's the boat guy. Anyway, and he's pagan because he, gives coins to the, the lake dragon. Okay, anyway, so they're in Malay. They went to Malay. They went to this village here. Then they went down here, where these witches are, worshiping some beasts. And up here is a lion, and down here in the caves was a bear. And let me show you that real quick how I did it. I made these maps. So this one is Malay, little fishing village. Now, obviously, this is a real place in Italy, but I'm not, I'm not following history here. I'm doing my little silly made up amalgam or whatever. So they went here and I hit all the people, but they were talking to them. But now, okay, so the story is they went from this village. This is Malay, and there's a witch over here, a little space here. But they went down to the Cape of Kozora, which is on the map there, this bit right here. And I made a simple version of it, obviously. They went down here and did all this. Very cool. But then the two had their own game because my sister was, who plays the nun, was out of town visiting her nieces, and they got killed. They got killed. So this is my thing. How in this Christian role-playing game, Christians can't die? Well, of course they can. They can fail. So I'm trying to get that point across to you guys. And that's okay. We just have to figure it out. What do we do now? Oh boy. So they're making new characters. I don't even know what new characters they're made. But there's a lion here that, and I make it like these are lions from the old arena that have been let loose in Italy, so I'm going to like all kinds of creatures are let loose, from the arenas because when the Christians made it illegal, because that's what Christians do. They make brutal pagan stuff illegal. What do you know? We actually say, gee, that's evil. Let's not do that. Okay. So there's I'm going to do like probably other scary beasts roaming around in the forest and stuff as well. And, the pagans worship them. So anyway, they died. So really bad. So what's going to happen? Okay. Well, first off, the body's right here in this animal thing that I'm going to reveal later to them. My sister is going to wake up here and she's got to escape. And I'm going to use this angel here to help. I'm going to try to do this little intro video where I have her wake up and the pagans are trying to find her, but an angel comes and then guides her down to the boat down here. And this is very historical, like church history. I've read accounts where they just had angels come and help them and stuff, so it's very like, I want to say the word creepy. I don't know if creepy is the right word, but it's very church history. Like Christians have said that they have been helped by angels, they saw them and, whatever. And even pagans have said, why did you allow those angels to protect you? There's been accounts like that. It's been pretty amazing. Anyway, I'm going to do that. It's going to be, hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully she'll get it and follow the angel down to the boat. I have no idea. What if she doesn't? I'm going to have to kill her off. I don't know. I'm not, I'm just going to play it out and force her to go that way, but whatever. It'd just be a nice little, cause she's still alive. They left her here and they went up to here and fought this lion, but there's only two of them. And I hate GM. I'm a 45-year veteran, probably 50-year veteran now of GMing, two people. It always feels wrong. And now here's another reason why I know why. Combat. Because when one falls, the other has to fight. He can't even help them. If you have a third person, they can heal while one is trying to fight off or fend off the beast or whatever. You can have three people, so it really helps. Whereas in this one, there was only two of them, and they couldn't really help each other. As one fell, the other one had to keep fighting, and then he died. And I was like, man, I just let the dice go. Anyway, what's going to happen is I'm assuming, I hope they do this because I don't have any other things set up. I'm assuming they're going to come. I better set up some other stuff. I'm assuming they're going to have to come back to the village and see if they can find their brothers, who are dead. But what's going to happen is, and I've got a little note here, they're going to where I'm saying the villagers are all hiding, and I used the 1 through 8 rule here, where let me show you real quick, where you kind of decide right here. Violently evil is 1, manipulatively evil, evil is chaff, neutral evil, sinners, listeners, considering Christian. So in this game they're Christian. In like the sci-fi one, they're not Christian, but they're open to. Okay. Oh, what did I just do there? Dang it! Don't do that. Oop, and I made a nix there. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I use this pagan thing a lot, this D8 system, and I'll roll like 2d8, pick the lower if I really think they should be evil, or 2d8, pick the higher, which I rarely will do that one, or just a d8 when I'm not really sure. So a d8 is it could be either way, and it's been great because it really helps me decide what these people are like. Like I did it for this barbarian up here, and he's evil, greedy. He's like let me see here, evil is chaff, tends towards selfish needs, can be manipulated like a greedy merchant. And if you do some successful converting on him, he'll move up like a level basically, unless you do super high roll that I'm impressed with, then I might, have him go even further. But this guy is kind of a manipulative, that's how I'm going to role play him. So he's a barbarian, but there's an actual ex-gladiator here that in the previous episode, the nun kind of got him to feel level 6 listening. He's like, I've heard the answer. There must be an answer. So he's actually, she got him to think that way. But because of their failure in being killed by the lion, after the fall of the Christians, he is now level 4. I'm making him a level 4. I'm bringing him going down 2. He's now neutral evil. And look at this. Very suspicious, cautious, defensive, prone to outbursts of violence, then shame. Something calamitous or profitable could sway them to more evil. Their anger is destroying them. Will they be called to freedom? So something really good and drastic has to happen for him to go back up, because he is now feeling angry and you know what I mean? Because of they died. So he doesn't, their God mustn't be weak or not exist. I mean, for a pagan, they just think then his Christian God is weak. So he's kind of hiding in his cabin. He's not going to get involved in the fighting because he's still, I think, he came from listening to neutral evil. So he's going to be neutral about this. But these villagers here are very evil. When the Christians come, I'm going to have them just fight. They're going to sort of wait and ambush. But I rolled their thing. D8, and it was 1. I rolled a 1 for them, so they're brutally violent. And I also rolled 2d8, keep the lowest for the switch over here. I rolled, and it ended up being a 1, so they're gonna brutally violent. So they're gonna just come out and attack. Now I'm not gonna have them come out and attack directly. I'm gonna have them let them come in. All the villagers are hiding because they know that these Christians are troublemakers and a problem now, and none of them are open to the word right now. They're all backsliding or whatever from considering it. So it's going to be a fight now. And if they kill these villagers, man, the other villagers are going to hate them because they killed their own villagers. It's going to be like this. So it's going to be pretty rough. Unless I don't, I literally don't know what they can do except fight and attack a village. But this is good. Hear me out. This is what Christians had to deal with, and we have to understand that about Christianity. And I'm making this up, but it's based on, a role playing and things happening in a way that I don't have control over with the dice and with the decisions they make. Obviously I set up the challenges. I set up the beasts that they went and checked out, but they failed and their dice failed. They rolled nat ones. I remember it was, you can watch the episode. But that's the way you got to do it. And now they're going to go in and it's going to be a fight, a bloody fight. There's no other, I didn't roll. I rolled a 1. So I'm going to play it that way. I'm going to play it like these people are vicious. Now, if they can get the upper hand on them, the others will flee. So we have denouement, okay? So we do have denouement. And if they can heal whoever they injured or whatever, I will allow that too. That could be a big, change. And not really the heart of the people, but maybe they'll be less prone to violence. And they will the witch will deal with you. That's the best outcome. So they have to go now and deal with the witch up here. And she's going to be brutally violent and attack. And so this is an adventure. Dungeons and Dragons. This is role playing. It's a fun adventure. And if they can deal with her and defeat her, and then go in and explore this little dungeon I made over here with this other beast. So I made a lot of combat in this one. If they can do it, then they're going to make a big change in the village. Now, and it's violence. Now, but they have to try to tamp down the violence. So the best scenario is they fight a couple of these guys. They get the denouement roll going where the guys retreat. They heal up anyone they injured, and then they'll not attack. They'll go from a 1 to a 2, 3, 4, whatever evil level on the D8 or on the conversion level. But they'll just say, go to the witch. The witch will deal with you. And then when they do that, then they can again have an effect on these and try to preach to them. Okay, that's a Christian role-playing game. They're evangelizing. They're dealing with the pagan evil. There is violence. We Christians, yes, had to confront violence, and so what I see. So history, is going to teach us, oh, look at these evil Christians doing this and forcefully converting people. But this, to me, really shows, and it gets us Christians to realize, oh yeah, this is how it happened. I mean, really. I'm making this up, but this, I'm doing everything I'm doing here is based off of what I've read, in history and what they've had to encounter. And I'm loving this. I'm loving this because I want us Christians to realize that we had to go up against this stuff, and we should not be ashamed of that we had to confront violence with violence. We had to stop, things, but we always have been a force for good, even when we make mistakes, even when we fail, even when they go back to their violent ways. Because now this village doesn't want any Christians. They want to attack and kill them. They want to keep worshiping their beasts and sacrificing to their beasts, and enslaving people and sacrificing people if that's what the gods call for. And we Christians are like, no, and we have to stop it. So how dare we colonize? So the other thing I'm going to do is give them some cool stuff. The Bishop Gregory of Milan is fraught with emotion, hearing of the demise of the young brothers and the frailty of Sister Eleonora, if she survives. He sends others, for he must, but he gives them blessings and prayers. He will also afford them other things to aid them. Must afford them the best armor. Banded Lorica, Roman, at D10, helm +2, shield +2. He then offers them a great shield of antiquity, with +3 shield of light. If there is sun, -1 DR flash. So this is like magic items, but hear this out. A +3 shield of light, so just really good shield. It's very light. It's a light burden. Plus, it does it can, if the sun is out, it can do a reflective flash versus one attacker per turn. Actually, it could be versus more than one attacker. Versus okay, I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm not. That's a little bit too. Why not all the attackers? Because of -1 flash. Yeah, per turn. I'm just gonna say that flash versus any attackers. So anyone that tries to attack them, they gotta have a -1 DR. That'll be cool. What else? Holy weapon. Blessed with the blood of a fallen patron. It has a +4 holy damage. Let me rename that. But holy weapon. Weapon is blessed to be holy. Okay. Weapon is blessed to be holy. Gosh, how would they do that? Weapon is blessed to be holy. Plus D4 holy damage. I don't know how they added. I don't know how they bless weapons back in the day. Add. Offered a blessed weapon. I mean, they don't get your. I don't think they get your weapon and bless it. I think they have to have a holy weapon that has history. It's really made, from great craftsmanship, because obviously that's what they all are, and there's some history behind it. So they're going to offer a blessed holy weapon of a fallen patron. Yeah. So, based on whatever weapons they have. Scroll of Psalms +1 DR to prayer. So if, you have a scroll, you can open it up and pick some Psalms to read for a prayer, and that'll help with prayers. See, so we can have like in role-playing games, magic items, but they're just they're things that just help the people. And I'm trying, I don't want it to be like where they're like magic items in the sense of like relics and icons, but I gotta admit, even early church history, they did a lot of that with saints and stuff. Even the founding fathers, of the church, like the early fathers of the church history that were very, I think, they were very like Christian, not very Catholic in the sense of, and I'm not trying to decry you Catholics, okay? But in the sense of, They were universal in the sense that both all of us could align with their teachings, not just Catholic. Even Protestants could, because their teachings back then didn't have the whole fully formed Catholic Church like it has today, or in the 16th, 14th, 15th century and all that. Anyway, Scroll of Psalms +1 in prayer. Nun's medical bag +2 die ranks. 10 uses, heal, first aid, all that. So she's gonna have they're gonna offer her medical bag to really help. Give this to Sister Eleonora to help in healing and aid. So it's just doctor stuff. Bolts +1 DR damage. So this is a little frivolous. Perhaps guiltily, the bishop hands over a cloth roll filled with these rather large crossbow bolts. So these bolts are going to be given to the nun, and they're going to do +1 DR damage. So, but what that does is it just increases the die rank of the damage. So a regular bolt is D4. Now it's going to be a D6. Okay. Scrolls. When I say die rank, and just in case you don't know, it just increases the die rank. So from a D4 to a D6 to a D8 to a D10 to a D12, and yes, you can go past that and get a D12 and a D4, so you can get a dice pool. But you keep the highest. So you could have 20 die ranks. Okay, I have this 20 die ranks divided by 5, 4 D12s. Roll all 4, pick the highest. So that's what the dice pool is. But there's a couple of options there, like if you got double 7s, super awesome, exploded dice, a couple of things like that in the rules. If you roll a 7 on your dice, your die rank dice, and that, by the way, adds to your D20 in your trait. So that's your skill bonus. The die ranks plus all the other bonuses, you add them all together as die ranks and then convert to a dice pool. Okay. So that's how. This is my little quick video here on how, if you have a game where they die, and you should have games where they die, you should let Christians, die for the cause. How can you then, it's going to get it harder. And since it's going to get harder, because, I'm assuming you're going to have the same people return to the same spot, because that's what we Christians do. We fail, and then they kill the Christians, and then another one shows up. Yeah, the Christians are like little bugs that we just keep coming back for more. You squash one and another one pops up. And that's what we Christian missionaries did in the past. And we need to do that again today. So as I continue to fail in this RPG culture, you need to pop up as a Christian and do exactly what I'm doing. Just take my stuff and do it. Okay, so I'm going to play this out tomorrow, see how this goes. They're going to come back. They're going to have a little more, tank. I'm going to give them the little bonus items, and they're going to have a little bit of combat going on there and see if they can make a change. And then these guys are going to help them. Give them a super prayer. This Father Agathon is from another church, but he's come now to commiserate and pray with Brother Patanasia, as they pray over Sister Eleonora over here, with the other nun, Sister Helena, helping her. She's ill. I guess I would just put her in the church. It makes it more sense. She's in the bed there or whatever in the church, monastery or whatever. But everyone is worried. Everyone's scared. What are they across the lake? The pagans are on the move. So gonna be cool. So that's the Dark Ages, man. That's me trying to show you guys that we can have a Christian role playing game, total D&D hardcore. I'm considering doing more scary beasts and a little more fantastical. Not too much. I'm going to push it a little bit, push the envelope a little, but they haven't gotten far yet. They're literally first level. I mean, they're really first level because they're starting over. So I'm putting them up against rats and the bear, and the lion were pretty tough actually. They were actually pretty tough. And the great thing about this game too is there's not a 10th level limit or anything. And even when you are an experienced player, those rats and bears and lions are still going to be dangerous. Bandits are still going to be dangerous to you, even as you get up higher and higher. So that's what I love about this. You're not a superhero, but you can win if you're careful. If you guys do all the right things as Christians. But you should have at least 3 players. Don't just go with 2. Let's skip that game. I should have just done something else with them, instead of play. I think I gotta figure out some rule of mine where I don't ever play 2 players. But if I'm stuck with just 2 players, I should do a one shot or something where it doesn't risk their players, Anyway, so yeah, I just want to do a quick video about this. Dark Ages. Stanislav Zero, if you were here right now, I'm going to TPK you again. Don't something. All right, I just felt like this was a teachable moment in Dark Ages GMing. It's tough, but fun. Definitely use that D8 conversion table and the denouement for combat, so you can get them a chance to not kill everyone, murder hobo, and convert them, from that point. But I like using the D8 conversion table to kind of figure out who is what in the village, and I break them down. You can break them down a lot or just in general, the groups and stuff. But that's a really helpful way of figuring out what the pagans are doing and how you want to role play them. All right, so just a quick video. I just kind of excited about this. And I'll be role playing it tomorrow, and I'll upload, see what happens in the next day or two. Or Thursday, probably Wednesday right after we play. I'll probably upload it. All right, in the game of life, roll holy dice.